So two hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses. He's not breathing and his eyes are glazed. The other guy calls 911 and says, "My friend is dead. What should I do?" The operator replies, "Calm down, sir. First, let's make sure he's dead." There's a silence, then a loud bang. Back on the phone, the guy says, "Okay, now what?"
This is not a joke.
I don't get it.
This is not a joke. This is a
I
whole
don't get
story. What is this, bro?
Okay, how about this one?
You get one more.
Wagwan, and welcome to the podcast. We're like coconut water, a little nutty, slightly sweet, and somehow your grandma swears we cure everything. What?
Wait, what the?
What?
Bro, how's this?
Cut. Intro.
Wait,
Intro.
one more.
Wait.
One more. Big up yourself and welcome to the podcast where the only thing drier than my jokes is the sawfish.
The buka hindi salvage.
Oh my god, those are horrible.
Okay, we
So wait, that's supposed to be a dad joke?
Apparently, yeah.
more like a fucking uncle joke.
Mindset and madness.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Wipes, take it away.
Shit. Oh man.
Oh man.
Well,
Oh, man.
with that being said, welcome back to episode number
Six.
6?
6. Welcome back to episode 6. If you guys are new here, please make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe. I'll like, follow, subscribe, comment, give us, all the nice stuff.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We're there. We're posting more content. Sorry, I thought we're supposed to split that part. So my bad. Like,
It's okay. This is good. I like
Anyways,
back
all
and
the
forth.
links to all of our all our social media will be linked down below in the.
It'll be
in
pinned
our-
to
in the
Sandy's
link tree.
birdie.
including Daniel's.
Whoa! It'll be what?
It'll be pinned to Sandy's birdie.
Including Daniel's OnlyFans. He just
Oh.
started.
No. I don't got OnlyFans, bro. Find me on Feet Finder.
Okay. Anyways.
Want to see my toes?
No.
This
Why,
guy's
bro?
got some disgusting toes.
I got some pretty toes.
You
bro,
go to
trust
that
me.
Chinese lady. Let us scrub your phone.
No man, I want to fuck you guys.
That's super racist. Okay.
You
Serious.
may try ever footy.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh shit! So it's episode 6.
Yes.
So far we've talked about past relationships. Talked about marriages. Talked about children. Talked about work. But
Friendships.
friendships. Yeah, friendships is one of the first ones we talked about as well. But I know things are a lot rougher. Things are definitely a lot more stressful this year. I feel like it's been a lot more stressful for me. I mean, things are getting a lot more expensive. Shit's a lot tougher than it used to be. So kind of wanted to see like how you guys are doing mentally, physically, emotionally. Like how you guys are kind of going through day by day. Things like that.
I mean, I'm just basically in like autopilot mode, just going with the flow with everything. If there's one thing I learned is just to go with the flow, because I have my bad days. Like I've been pretty stressed out in terms of like life and work and trying to balance everything. Now that I'm engaged, we're gonna start planning for like a wedding and stuff. I know that's gonna be stressful, but we're gonna do our best to like not.
Shit, and weddings ain't cheap, bro. Weddings are
Yeah.
mad expensive.
No.
And I think the most stressful part is like trying not to make it too expensive. Have a budget.
But then at the same time, especially with, the West Indian kind of mentality, it's like you can't leave anybody out regardless of who they are.
Exactly.
It's like just because they're family, they think it's kind of like an entitlement that they should be there. And then you're kind of worrying about your finances at the same time, but you kind of have to feed the need of your parents and your family and stuff, because
Yeah, of course.
they're family. You have to kind of cater to them as well, right?
Yeah, I'm just really focused right now. I'm trying, like, my end goal after all of this is get a place of our own and start a family and move on with life from there. Go through it day by day, but like that's one side of things. And then you got the work side of things. Like, yeah, it's been pretty busy at work. I know Sanjay can agree. It's been pretty stressful. Like the other day, his truck broke down.
Fuck, don't talk
We had to
about
figure out what to do about that.
Sounds what you do with the man truck, bro. You fuck it up.
What
Fuck it, they overheat.
what about your truck, bro?
Shut up. Leave my truck out of this. Just before we got here, my truck just decided to just call quits on the highway for some reason and just decided to overheat.
The funny thing is, they both drive like so. Sanjay's delivery truck and his truck are basically the same cars.
Yeah, you got
same
a Chevy,
vehicles.
I got a GM.
Yeah.
GMC.
Yeah.
So it's like GM just flipped the switch. Like, all right, let's overheat all their trucks.
Let's fuck with it.
But yeah, no, that was stressful because, you know, on one side I have like, I'm not servicing customers because we're down a truck. And then another side, I got an employee who's not working or like, you know, not doing what he's supposed to be doing because can't do it because of the truck. So you got to balance that and you got to figure out different solutions to that. It can be stressful because you got both customers and employees breathing down your neck to figure out what to do. But yeah, I overcame that. And I think we found a solution. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really just focused. I'm just like at work, home, work, home, work, home. So I don't really have time to like sit down to myself and say like, oh, like how am I doing? You know, it's just constant.
So how are you doing, Len? Like right now, like just put aside everything. Like, are you happy? Like, is this where like at this very moment? I mean, obviously, you know, you're about to get married.
Mm-hmm.
The house will come, but like, in this moment right now,
Mm-hmm.
like, are you good? And straight up, man. Like, no,
For the most part, I am good, you know, but like I'm always gonna be working towards like more stuff. So with more stuff comes like more stress. So I just have to be more humble. But like right now, I'm not good, but I'm not bad. I'm like neutral. Like it's just, you know, just focused, just flat. How about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, Sanj, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm great.
No.
No, honestly, if you want my honest answer, like I'm not doing well. Like I'm not happy. I mean, a lot of it is because of me and I have the opportunity to change, but I'm not doing it. I've mentally and physically have just given up. One of it is my weight and my appearance. I have the ability to change that, but I'm not doing anything about it. Last year, I started going basically before work, like 5:30, 6 a.m., and I was doing it, fell off, went back. This year, I was like, no more excuses. It's now basically June. Ask me when the last time I went to the gym. I paused the membership. And before, the gym I was going to was free. For me anyways, because my boy was the manager at the time. And then, you know, you deal with a lot of stuff at home. The you know, West Indian parents are not easy. I've been battling a lot with my parents about a lot of different things. You know, and then there's different things. I mean, I'm very vocal about and honest and open about relationships. Like, I've been single now for a long time. It makes me very depressed that, like, it seems like everybody's finding somebody, you're still stuck there. And I'm sure there's tons of people in the same boat, and I feel for you, but it's just like, you believe you're a good person. What are you doing wrong? The dating apps are not working. People want me to go outside and go to parties. I'm 32. If I go to parties now, it's a younger generation. I don't want to talk to you if you're 21 or 22. We're not going to have anything in common. The mentality is going to be different. That kind of brings pressure from your parents. Like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to do this? But it's hard to block that out because I live at home. You know what I mean? I'm not in a position where I can go move out. So you ask me if I'm not good? Like, no, I'm not. And I've really been distant a lot. A lot of people have noticed, and you try to bullshit. I don't want to tell them because, unfortunately, they're not going to understand. There's no disrespect towards them. And the only way I get through it, honestly, the one thing I've learned this year is to celebrate the small wins. This podcast being one of them, being with two close friends here and starting this journey and struggling and laughing and talking about different things every week. And there's also other small wins too, like, Ricky mentioned my work truck being broken. I'm still able to go to work. Even though they might let me go home a little early today. But it's just I'm glad, God gave me another chance turning 32, but I really have to get out of this hole of getting back into a routine, especially with exercising and eating better, so I can feel better and not tell people like, yo, I've given up, because I've never really said that out loud before. Like, I do therapy, yes, but the therapist was the only person. I've never actually said that out loud. So, no, to answer your question, I'm not really totally good for a bunch of different things, but I'm doing the best that I can to eventually get out of the slump. Sorry, that was.
I mean, I think, Sanjay, like, I've seen you, like, we never really spoke back then, like when we were younger, but seeing how you were back then and now, I really think once you actually put your mind to it, you could get back to looking the way you used to. Like, I really believe that.
Yeah, man. Slim Sand from high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've listen. I don't want to make this episode all about me, but I've always been a big guy. It's my life. I'm never going to be a small stature. Was I skinnier 10 years ago? Of course. But after the pandemic, or during the pandemic, my eating habits have gone really bad. Uber Eats, Skip the Dishes are two worst apps to have on your phone.
Shit.
All of and how you think I'm paying for it? Not syrup. I'm not thinking I had to pay back the fucking money. Anyways, it doesn't really matter now. But
It's a good thing I worked.
yeah, exactly.
Yo,
So it's just
for
bad
real.
habits, and you're right. No, I have to get back, because the best feeling I had when I was going, especially at 6 a.m., when I would leave the gym, because I'm 10 steps ahead of half the world who are probably still sleeping, who are getting ready to go to work or already at work. I've already accomplished one thing. Now I'm going to go.
So what would get you back, motivate you to actually be consistent with this whole gym thing?
That's a great question. Ricky.
You need a buddy to go with you, or
I was trying to wrap my head around for a long time, because I don't know what it is. I've always taken pride of waking up early. I mean, as I got a little bit older, like, it's a little bit harder now, but I don't know. Like, the doctor tells me the same thing all the time. You got to do this, you got to do that. And he's telling me that. This is a doctor. This is not some random auntie saying you look fat and you got a thing. You know what I mean? I hear all the time.
yeah.
But if he's telling me that I'm not doing it, what am I doing? Like, what the, why am I not doing it? And I know I've given up, and I don't want to give up, but it's, and every day I say I'm going to do it, and I don't do it. I don't know what it's going to take, and I
don't know. Sometimes I think it takes somebody to hit complete rock bottom for them to notice, like, to want to make a big change.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's something so small to make a big difference, right? Like,
and I don't want it to be something scary too, not to
exactly right.
So
Like, you're already aware of, like, the health situations and stuff like that could come with it. You're well aware of it. It's just I understand it's like it's hard to get yourself up to want to make that push, because there are a lot of days where it's like your mind's trying to tell you, like, no, just stay home. It's just easier to just stay home and just just forget about it, right? But, like, I don't know. It just might take getting just someone to be with you.
Yeah, I think that's the main
go
thing.
through with
You
it.
need somebody to be there.
Because when I go to the gym by myself,
Like,
shit, man, it's
because I've been going to the gym by myself for a long time. Like, it's been a long time since I went with somebody, but yeah, maybe it is time to kind of to go with someone. And you know what? Before I pass it to Daniel, I'll say, you said go with somebody, someone that we know wants to go to Planet Fitness. Since Monday, he messaged me to go. It's now Friday. I'm gonna go once, and I feel like a jack. Like, every day I message him, and I'm like, dude, please cuss me, because I if I was you, I'd be cussing. Like, what's your problem? And again, not to name drop, but kind of give it away. He's a a newly dad. So
Oh,
yeah, so it's like he's already, with his fiance, obviously dealing and doing that, and then you're kind of relying on me to go to the gym when you have a baby at home. Like, I feel like I was giving the wraparound. Yeah. So sorry, guys, we're trying not to name drop. We try really hard not to, but I gotta hold something accountable. That's something I learned last year when I was doing it.
self
And
accountability. Yeah.
accountability, and it's very important. And
It's tough,
what
man.
the last thing I will say, because I feel like I'm talking too much.
Oh man, it's all good.
I'm on a podcast. Like, you talk about looking good, people are seeing this. Now, I'm not saying we have, we will eventually have millions. That's what I'm saying, we're putting that good energy out there. When I'm seeing it on the screen, I see Meta's beautiful face, and I don't like. I want Meta to tell me I have good skin, like, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be looking presentable. Maybe a nice gal might see me and say,
Wow, Saj, looking nice.
even though I'm
man.
sure some gal see me now as
Who's that cutie patootie?
Yeah. So
Looking like a sweet
this
jalebi.
this podcast is kind of motivation in that sense. So I'm gonna do better, guys. Don't worry. But Daniel, how are you doing, man? How are you? Like, what's how are you at this moment right now? It's a little different for you because you got two young
Stressed,
ones.
dude. Stressed.
Yes. Elaborate,
Stressed.
man. Tell us mentally what's going on with you and physically, bro.
Well, like, being a new dad and stuff, right?
Mm.
My wife's home. She always has to take care of the kids and everything. So it's a little bit more pressure on me to kind of make sure that I have to make sure I'm taking care of everything inside there. And when I'm not doing that, like when I'm not providing the way I feel like I should be, it's like I feel like I'm a failure completely. And there's like a lot of days where I just kick myself and I just constantly just kick myself because I feel like I am a shit dad. And I tell CJ that all the time just because I feel like I could be doing so much more and I'm just not living up to my potential to do that. And it's been rough, right? Because like I don't want there to be a day where my kids come up to me and it's like they ask me for the smallest thing, like a $20 toy or something like that, right? And it's like I can't say that I can't buy that for you right now because I don't have the money for it. Right? I don't want to be, because it sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And right now, because I'm currently not working, just kind of trying to take care of my my mental health and stuff a little bit. It's been rough, dude. It's like I'm just like right now, just scraping by just to make sure I'm still good until government EI kicks in, because my work ain't covering short-term disability. Which is bullshit.
So
But
I know last week you talked a little bit about stress leave and mental health. If you want for us to kind of elaborate a little bit on what it is, like why you're doing it, kind of explain to the people, like,
why am I doing what?
yeah, stress leave and like what's been happening. Why you,
Dude,
I know the name is stress leave, but like if you can elaborate a little bit. Yeah.
just work was a big stressor. I don't want to. I'm not going to say too much. A lot of people probably don't know. Actually, a lot of people don't know because I never really broadcast it. Last year, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. So that was a lot. That was a lot up until recently when she just finished her treatment and she is now cancer free, which is great news.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's perfect.
And it's just other things, just things like dealing with family life. My daughter right now, she's in her terrible twos, and that's been
Terrible.
terrible to say the least, dude. Oh my gosh, and she just will flip on a switch. Yeah. And it's like you have no idea where this came from. It just you try and correct it. Boy, oh boy, you just.
I feel like that's not something you can like prevent.
No, you can't prevent it.
Yeah.
Some kids go through it, some kids don't. Some kids are like,
Yeah.
But
So all of that kind of led to the stress.
yeah, it's a
being
lot of things
It
just
is,
piling on top of it, and it's just like me worrying about having to take care of, like, if I'm a good enough dad, me worrying about failing as a provider, things with my mom, things at work, all that just kind of piled up together, and it's just like it was a lot. Like I wasn't sleeping properly, I wasn't eating properly. No matter what I tried to do, even still, like I'll try and gain weight, dude. I can't gain weight. I know, like I say I want to go to the gym, but like you said, it's having such a hard time. Like I'll find myself, I get into a good stretch, I'll go for a couple weeks, and then it's like one day I'm just too tired,
Yeah.
and I miss that one day, and then it's just a constant.
Consistency
Excuse.
is a thing, and
Yeah.
you know, I know once you feel that consistency, and I want to get to the point where the gym is just my life, like
It has to become part of your life.
yeah,
It's a
like
lifestyle.
where it's like, okay, I work on a Saturday, I finish at 1, I got a party to go to at 6 o'clock. Okay, go after 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no excuse. Oh, don't, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. Like do it, but make sure like
Yeah.
it's a part. Or if you don't go that day, go the next day. And
Mm-hmm.
I know it's within here. I just gotta unlock it, and I have to do it before, or we gotta do it before. God forbid something bad happens, because
You don't want that
You
to
know.
happen, man.
it's it can be
The health, your health is the only thing you got.
Yeah.
and
Like
we a lot of the content we post for the most part has been pretty funny, and that's great, and you know what I mean, we want that, but when we started this, we wanted it to be talking stuff like this and keeping it light at the same time. So as you stick with us, you'll see more serious clips out there, and things like that, because we want our podcast to reach an audience where it's fun and jokes, don't get me wrong, but we're 3 guys talking about mental health. I don't want to play the sexist card, but a lot of guys don't get enough. They say a lot of guys don't talk about mental health
Yeah.
and speak freely about it, and I'm very proud of these guys to do that, because it's not easy. So you'll see that more often, and even though Chat GBT made the name, the mindset part. Yeah, the way I look at it is the mindset part. Yeah, is the mental game. The different type of mental health aspects, and the madness. The madness could be anything. Me watching Frozen. You know what I'm saying? Like, me taking CJ out on a date before wipes.
that's some diabolical shit.
Yeah, which was scripted and never true. So
Liar.
You're lying.
You're lying.
You know what I mean?
Stop lying.
Why you lying?
You're not lying.
So like, we want to mix it up, and I kind of want to ask you guys, like, what do you guys think of, like, what I said about the title? Like, is that what you interpreted, mindset of madness, when people ask you, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they said like the mindset part. Yeah, I know it was something to talk about mental health as a whole, but it's also something that it's just a space where we could talk about life experiences and things that we've been through and how we've kind of been progressing through it. Not like all that kind of ties into somebody's mental health. So
we do talk a lot about a lot of relatable stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, people
things, a
relate
lot
to
of-
our stuff a lot,
Yeah.
which is part of the mindset stuff, and if Ricky, you want to kind of
Like, yeah,
touch
the
base
mindset
about-
part of it's like the structure, like the discipline, clarity, like things that people don't really talk about. The madness part is like the chaos, like stuff that happens in a West Indian family. It's funny, sometimes it's hectic, but like you can't have one without the other, and that's what it means to me,
Yeah, like your
It's like
definition.
yin and yang.
repping the shirt.
Yeah.
If you want a shirt, let us know. We'll get you one. You got pay for them. I mean, I give you.
Yeah.
You can buy me one. No?
I bought this guy. The guy ripped it, bro.
I didn't rip it, bro. Not on purpose.
How much? No, it's ripped.
Ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Anyways, what were we saying?
What madness and
Well,
mindset
yeah. So
means
that's
to
basically
us.
what our title what our title as means to us. And what do you guys think is the hardest thing about doing a podcast so far?
I would say probably.
coming up with
Topics.
topics. Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
topics is probably the hardest part because it's
yeah.
I say pushing content, but yeah, topics.
I-
the content is not okay. The content is not hard. Once I just have the time to just kind of
yeah.
go through and just get it done. I could easily just bang. No, it's just thing is just time. I really have no excuse. See, that's another thing. Like the gym.
We're adults.
it's-
Allow us, bro. Like we got other stuff
Yeah,
going on,
yeah.
but we still want to like keep it.
No, we still want to
consistent.
make this
Yeah,
like we're still taking this
Dada
seriously.
made that very clear from the jump. Consistency.
yeah,
Consistency.
yeah.
See, and like we fall off too. Like
I feel like we've been pretty consistent. We may not be uploading every Monday, but we do upload that week.
We didn't upload last week. We didn't do an episode last week.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
really?
I feel like we did. I feel like we
No.
uploaded. When did I upload the video?
We uploaded the week before. We uploaded
Are you sure?
Thursday. Yeah. And we didn't do an episode
Okay,
last week.
okay, yeah. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Consistency.
Yeah.
That'll be the title of this podcast. Consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't
it's-
consistent with shit.
It's like thinking of topics, like, we have meetings before we record. Like we had so much ideas at the beginning, and then when it comes time, like I don't know what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Yeah.
And I'm just like like we've done relationships, marriage, kids, friendships. Now we've only touched a small part of it. We can do more, but we also want to do
Yeah.
other things, you know what I mean? And sometimes, man, like I don't know what the fuck to say. Like
I think people want us to talk about like
tea.
tea.
You want to hear tea? You want to hear story? That way you want to hear.
They want to hear story, yeah.
Well,
they want
you-
us to talk about like West Indian families, how we deal with it, stuff that we have to go through. I think that's mostly what people want to.
What a great segue, Ricky, because we're gonna introduce something new to the show,
Fuck.
and it's not Daniel showing his feet, but
I should just leave now.
yeah. So we're still working on a title, but we want to do something every episode where, this is the part where we kind of keep it light and fun and have an open discussion, like
Random
What-
dancing.
like West Indian people, what grinds their gears, okay? Right? What makes them upset? Parents, aunties, uncles. And today's first one this is a good one. Why do, let's say, West Indian families, parents, aunties, grandmas, nanny, why do they hate when we have beards?
God, I hate that.
That's
hate
the
that.
question. The floor is open.
Oh man, constantly, bro. Constantly.
I don't even have a full beard. Mine is
Call
nothing
you
like these
patches.
guys. Yeah, my parents hate mine. And I shaved mine off earlier this year. I look like a fucking beluga whale.
You look fine, okay? Relax.
Well, Ricky was trying to be nice because
I genuinely liked you without a beard. Genuinely.
yeah, I'm not doing that again. But my parents hate it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, what about you?
Damn, bro. Okay. I don't know, man. Like every time I talk to a family member, they're always like a family member that doesn't really live in Canada.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to your beard, man? Why you don't shave it?
Yeah, like I don't get it, bro.
Like, bro, like this is how it is. Like I've tried explaining this like to my grandmother. I'm like, grandma, like people won't take me seriously if I shave. Like if I shave, I'll look like a kid. And I'm a manager. Like if I go and start yelling at this guy and I'm shaved, this guy's just
who's
gonna
this
laugh
kid
at me.
talking to?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm like, it makes you look professional. It's everybody's doing it now. It's what all the cool kids are doing. But
What do you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, they're growing a beard. All the cool kids are growing a beard.
But like, I think it's an old school mentality. I think. Like,
Yeah, no, they grew up like for my dad
clean
example.
shaved. Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a mustache was the most.
Yeah. Like my dad would tell me like his dad would like go and like inspect all of them, like their nails, if they shaved,
Oh,
all
God,
of that
nails.
stuff.
My parents, you don't
And
nail them, mama.
If you had like one like nail growing or whatever, you had like a piece of hair on your face, like, boom. Yeah, like army, bro, like the army.
Why was your
Like
parents care
soldiers.
about your beard?
No, my parents, they'll just say just clean it up because sometimes, man, I'd be looking like Osama bin Laden, bro. And this thing would be full out. Just boom.
Okay, that's not funny. But
And
yeah.
then, yeah, like, fuck. So I just trim it down. Like, just now today, it was just like a fucking bush, bro.
Yeah.
Have to kind of clean
Yeah,
up.
like mine's so
No, but
small, bro, and like I get heat for it, bro.
I'll call when I talk to my aunt and them in Trinidad, bro, they'll give me hell every time. Daniel, why is that thing on your face?
Yeah.
Shave it.
Yeah, like my grandma would be like, why not shave that beard, man? You look so ugly.
Like it's the jawline, man.
I'm
No,
like,
but
what do you
my auntie
mean?
look at me,
How
she's
are
like,
beards
"Weed."
ugly?
And I've seen uncles and stuff back in the day with big beards. People had them. I think it was just more of a
I don't know. I've never
classier
seen-
thing. You had to be clean shaven.
I've seen everybody with big afros and shit and long hair, but I ain't
Yeah.
never seen anyone with a beard. Most they had is a mustache.
Mm-hmm. Like
Like
my dad would.
bro. My dad had long hair, bro.
Yeah.
He had, I swear, it looked like a mullet.
Yeah, but long hair was
And a
okay. But it was
mustache.
the facial hair that pisses these guys off.
Yeah, and all he had was a mustache.
Exactly. The mustache was the only thing. But as soon as you start growing the little thing, like
Yeah.
the tickler.
This is the thing.
Yeah, okay, all right. That's
You know why?
no. Don't say
I want to know, why is it called the tickler, Daniel?
tickler, 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 tickler.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, why is it called the tickler?
Why is it called? Because when you go down there, right?
Going where? Going where?
Going where?
When you go downstairs,
Going
you-
where?
When you want to go down and you want to
Mental health.
when you want to when you want to filet for sandwich, right?
A what?
A what?
Oh. UK's vanilla sandwich. That was too much. I'm sorry, CJ.
Wait, what?
What?
What the fuck?
What did
Because
you
you
say?
said sandwich, so I'm like, in your case, vanilla sandwich.
I said filet fish sandwich.
Ew, God, okay. Okay, the vanilla thing was too much. I'm sorry. But it
Filet
makes sense.
fish, bro.
Well, okay, so yeah, what's the tickler?
This is the part that tickle the gal. You know, it tickles your gooch.
Oh, okay.
You ever hear that?
You hear that, Meta?
You ever hear that, Meta?
No, he doesn't. Why?
Please
Sanj.
press 1 for English.
Yo, you know what Sanj does, bro? Sanj does the long lick.
What?
What?
What the fuck? We're not talking about fucking sex. We'll be mental health. That's some
You
fucking.
said it's a fucking thing.
Yeah, but you didn't need to.
So you want to say you asked what the tickler? So I say,
You want a vanilla
where do you
beef
go? You,
wrap. Vanilla beef wrap.
what?
Yeah. I'm
Where
saying
the
this
fuck
because your
did the-
wife is white.
But
so
where
that's
the
why-
prop come from?
I don't know.
Where the what?
Oh,
This is the madness.
This is the mad-
you know,
holy-
like
Where? How did we get here?
okay. Beards.
That's
Do you guys have fellas? Are your parents or aunts, uncles, grandma, nanny, whoever, are they do that? Let us know in the comments
Definitely, bro.
because it's
definitely.
just really annoying and yeah.
I don't know. And it's like the more they tell you to shave your beard, the more you want to grow it. The longer you want to grow it.
Bro, when I shaved mine in January, like the joy from my mom and dad, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like my dad thinks it's because this generation is too lazy to shave.
That's.
But
one of the
I'm like,
reasons,
it's
yeah.
not that. It's a newer thing. Like,
Okay.
Like we wouldn't be like growing our beards out without like maintaining it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when they came out with lining up beards and stuff, that's when they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna keep
like,
this
dude, I
beard.
gotta
Ricky
keep- I
got
gotta-
a fresh ass today,
Yeah.
so like, you know, light
Get
skin.
down, ladies.
Hey, my friend.
Yeah, pretty, sandy, sody, bad girls. You know.
Taters,
You not watch
thoughts.
Just Rain, man?
No.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, bro.
Shout out Just Rain. He's gonna be.
I
here
mean,
one
I
day.
have. I've seen his video.
He
for,
will
like,
be
long
here one
time.
day.
That's our
eventually.
dream guest. Just
Yeah.
Train, if you're watching, if you're ever watching, we would
We're
love
close.
to have
I
you
mean,
on the podcast.
Rashawn, he on his pod, he had Sonny from Late
Yeah.
Bloomer. Awesome episode. Go check it out. I mean, that's huge. That's big, man. And yeah. Okay. Anyways, no more beards. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna keep growing it, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep.
I'll try
adding
to grow
beards.
mine, but I have.
And he's gonna try and grow a
It
tickler
makes a
too.
difference. Okay. It makes a difference.
So does
Ricky's
having,
kind enough to say that he liked it. I don't think he liked it. I think he just said that because
See, there's some people that are good with the beards, and some people that just don't need to have a beard. Like you, for example, you don't need to have a beard.
But I shaved all of it. You know when people shave off their beard, they like
Yeah.
keep this or that. No, I shaved off everything. Like OCD and I. Like you need all of it gone, bro.
Oh well.
Okay. Okay.
No, I got a question though.
Okay, yeah, shoot, bro.
If you were to, how do I say this? Would your, let's say, your 10-year-old self be happy with where you are in life right now? And then I have something else to follow up with that after.
No.
He'd be wanting to do more. I want to do more. It's just I don't know what's stopping me.
Now, say, do you feel like when you were young, you felt like you had a, I guess would you say like a timetable?
Yeah.
Would
Yes.
that be?
I
Of
did.
like
yeah.
when things needed to be done?
And then when that didn't go as planned, I would like spiral.
Yeah, because I feel like, through what school has taught us and like what society has taught us is that you have to be, at this age, you have to be settled down. You have to have your own house, your career, family. And it's like, fuck, dude. Life is not that
Yeah,
simple.
like I learned about the timetable we got to stop putting. I think because our parents did it so young.
But they didn't have a timetable though.
No, but they did it very young and they kind of just went. But they all did it most before 25, by 25.
But I
Like,
think
Yeah.
about it like how they were
not all
growing
of us
up,
will
right?
be blessed to do that.
They're growing up expecting that they had to live up to how their parents lived up to,
Yeah.
and then when they didn't follow through the same way, they're probably dealing with the same shit that we're
It's
dealing
a
with.
chain reaction, man. And I feel like it might get better every year.
Yeah, like I swear, like a lot of movies and stuff tells you that okay, you have to have a house and stuff. Like you see how some of these teenagers and shit, or like 20-year-olds buying their houses and all this kind of stuff, and it's like you think
Yeah.
that is exactly what your life is supposed to be like, That's like, especially now with social media, and like we were talking about this the other day. I'm not with you guys, but like when we were growing up, we didn't have cell phones. Like, okay, what we did when we did have cell phones in high school was just a little flip phone with a keypad on it, right? There
Mhm.
was no social media, nothing. Our social media was Facebook on the computers or
Yeah.
MSN Messenger, right? So it's like you don't see kids outside playing anymore. You see everyone just on their phones.
Since
and it's
COVID,
like,
the world I feel like has gotten depressed, and it's never been the same.
yeah,
I think, okay, mental health. It ties into whatever happened in that pandemic, keeping us locked in the house, really fucked with everybody. I mean, okay, Ricky worked, but you're still working in a world where everything is not normal. You got people coming in the store with masks.
Yeah.
There's a big glass partition blocking you between the customer.
bro, which is nonsense.
Yeah.
And now we're out of it. Well, now apparently China found a new one. Let's hope that don't happen.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, sorry, that's not funny. But it's just, yeah, I don't feel like the world has been happy since the pandemic.
No,
And I just think part of it is because we spent too much time at home thinking about shit that we should think about, but we shouldn't at the same time.
Yeah.
And it really messed us up for a long time.
oh yeah,
Took
I
a
mean,
big
the one
chunk of
thing
our
for me,
lives out.
like, made me really want to stay home. Way too comfortable at home. Like, as soon as I leave my house, I want to go home. So it's just, I don't know.
I
the world
wanted to
has
go out and do shit still. Like I would still go fishing and stuff.
oh hell yeah, bro.
Like,
Bro,
those
that
are
was
the best time to go
fishing.
fishing.
But dude, when COVID first hit, that's when I first bought my boat. But they
Yeah.
closed all boat launches
Ah.
that year. I was so pissed, dude. Picked it up and then boom, boat launches shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
That was
just,
sad.
I don't know, man. Don't ever really want to experience that kind of lockdown again, and go through that again. But to answer your question, wipes, no, 10-year-old, like I was a young boy leaving Winnipeg, coming here.
Should have stayed there still.
What did you expect your life like? If you were to think about like you as your younger self, like what did you expect your life to be at this point
Married with kids and a house.
on a
Really?
deeper level? Like what did you really expect?
I
How did you like growing up? You were taught that your life had to be a certain way by a certain age, right?
Yeah.
What did you think by like say 25 years old or by 30 years old? What did you think? Well, what did you feel like you needed to be have accomplished, or what did you think your life was going to be like?
Well, I had to be graduated college or university, have a job in that field, what I studied for, work, get a house, not a condo or an apartment, a house, find the girl, get married, have kids, and then just continue that. And for me, yeah, in better shape, definitely.
And that's pretty much what society and like social media is taught.
Yes, but you learn as you get older that's not the case.
Yeah, but like, yo, like I'll go on Instagram and I'll see people our age, people I went to high school with, married, doing these big weddings, having the house, the nice house, and you're still scrolling and you're like, bro, like what am I doing? Like I feel
Yeah.
like I'm stuck. Like I want to do that. It just
See, and that's
You
what
just have to
this
work
whole
towards
thing
it.
what social media's done to people. It's like, and
Affects
this
the
is what
brain.
leads
This
into
is
like
the
so
brain
much
rot.
depression.
This is the
bro.
brain rot.
It's
and like I
fucked.
know I could do it, right? It's just like with the where we live, like the government, taxes, all this inflation bullshit, like recession, it holds you back, you know? And I feel like I should be doing more, but I don't know what to do more of.
Yeah.
I know I'll get there eventually. It sucks right now in this moment that, you can't get to that point right now.
Yeah.
And you learn like life is not so, I don't know what the word is.
Life
but
is not a straight road.
yeah, like you learn that maybe you don't want a house. Maybe you do want a condo or an apartment, something smaller.
Yeah.
Maybe you think you like the city life, growing
Or
up,
go in the
and you lived
country.
in the city life. You lived in the
Yeah.
city your whole life, and you thought, okay, this is what you need. But then you escaped out to the countryside, and you realize that peace is bliss. It's like it's just
Yeah.
quiet. No,
Or a
that-
big one is when you're single, do you, like when you start thinking about it, do you want children?
one thing I should say before you have children, and me and my wife have even said it as well. If you're in a relationship, or if you're not in a relationship, take the time to just travel the world, see new things. Don't stay in one place and wish you did all these things, because when you do have kids, it's not going to be as easy, and it will be a lot more expensive to do the things that you used to want to do. So just enjoy life for what it is before you take that jump. Unless you're
Yeah.
really ready for that jump, then go for it.
Yeah. I would, like, when I was younger, I never thought I'd settle down and stuff. Like I used to say, like, I'm not gonna get married, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. But look, I'm happy, found the right one. But I wasn't really thinking about that when I was younger, like 10 years ago. I was like,
Yeah, we were just enjoying life at that
Yeah.
time, right? Like, yeah, when me and TJ were dating, like we didn't. Our going away was going camping and going to a cottage.
yeah,
That's what we like doing. Going fishing, going hiking. That's the kind of stuff we used to like doing a lot. Um, but no, I do wish that we did travel a little bit more. Not saying that I won't be traveling. Not that I'm saying that it's just take a little bit
yeah.
longer.
I mean, you could still do it,
Yeah,
There is always a way,
yeah.
you know.
What was I gonna say? As a kid, what did you dream of what you wanted to do in your life, in your future? What was your dream career?
I want to be a pilot. I want to be a pilot. I took that shit seriously. I used to go to the community center and play flight simulator after school, all like till like 7, 8 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, I used to
You know,
just
I
fly
wa-
planes everywhere. They had the controls and everything. But clearly I didn't have the best education. I didn't end up in pilot school.
Fucking dunce.
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid still. Nah, I mean, some schools like my school, they started kindergarten to grade 6 or kindergarten to grade 5. Then they did kindergarten to grade 6. Then they did kindergarten to grade 8. So I didn't get that middle school experience, like learning that essential stuff. So when I started high school, I was struggling a lot. And I feel like that's where I kind of messed up. Not really me, but like the education system kind of messed me up there. Because I did have a hard time in high school
Yeah.
in the beginning.
I didn't really have one.
No, nothing. There's nothing that.
I mean, as a kid, like, yeah, I used to think of being the NBA, but like, come on.
Yeah, I used to want to play for Detroit Pistons.
Yeah. As I got older, like, I studied to be in, film and TV. Obviously, it's not doing that, but that's
Now you're on TV, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Film
this is
on
kind of a
TV.
segue, yes. And
Flim.
Flim, yes.
Film on TV.
Life is hard, man. Life is. I know Future said life is good, but he get millions of dollars, so
Yeah.
and 10
Shit.
baby mama, but so.
Yeah, man. You know,
With that being said, where's the any questions? From the Instagram
let's
story.
see.
No, I don't think there's any questions. Guys, please send us some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, like send us some questions, bro. Like, geez.
There has to be one decent one on there.
No, there was like 3 questions. One was talking about who makes the best.
Let me go to the
food,
first one that we
Guyanese or
posted.
Trini, and I'm not getting into that discussion because, bro, it's irritating.
Yeah, no.
West Indian.
We're pretty dry right now still.
Dre season.
J season.
Yikes! Yeah, dry cuffing seasons in
Well,
like 5 months.
I don't have a question. I'll just say this before I give the quote and kind of end it. We're new to this. This is brand new. This is we're learning each time.
Yeah.
We're listening to the positivity. We're listening to the negativity. We're trying to have less negativity. And when I mean negativity, like criticism, so that it's picture perfect. Because we have high expectations. Obviously, it's never going to be like that because things are going to go wrong, but we're trying. Today's episode, as you can see, Daniel's in the middle. Because when we shot the episode with Sean, again, shout out Sean, Daniel wanted to talk about mental health. And I know we scratched it, but we want to give you guys an idea of like how we're feeling and how we're saying. Like what I said today was really kind of dark, but it's the truth. Like we on this show, we want you to be as truthful as you want.
Yeah.
And, we obviously, we appreciate the support, everything. And, we're going to get better as we go. So thank you. And, yeah, you guys have anything to say before I give the quote?
Well, going back to what we were talking about in the beginning, like with Sanjay talking about being consistent with the gym and stuff, and you thinking that you're not a good father. Like, first of all, I know you can do it,
You can do it.
Thank you.
and I'll help you find a solution to that. I'll do my best to help you.
Appreciate that.
And you don't ever think you're not a good dad. Because from what I've seen since I've met you, you've been an amazing father.
Thank you.
All right? So,
And you, yeah, don't worry. You'll be fine.
yeah.
You're a good boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even no. It's not about it's not about Ricky not being a good boss. It's just I know what you want. You want the
I just want to get going in life, man. I
Yeah.
want to get started.
You don't want to be
I'm
stuck.
I
eager.
feel like we're stuck in life, and it's
Yeah,
like, and that's the thing. Time doesn't wait for anybody. Right?
exactly.
So, kind of, we all got to stop making excuses for things, and we got to take accountability for a lot of
Yeah,
that we're
that's
not doing.
key.
Yeah.
Saying we have no motivation. It's bullshit.
We all
you
have
know?
motivation ourselves.
We all saying that we don't have the time is nonsense, because we have time. There's 24 hours in a day. We can dedicate at least 1 hour of that day to bettering yourself. You know,
Some type of exercise. Like, it doesn't even have to be a gym. Walking pads are huge now.
Yeah.
just going outside for a walk. The weather's nice now. Go outside, go take a walk. You know, take care of your mental health, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health.
Seek
Take
advice.
care of yourself.
And if you have friends, like, I said, a lot of my friends will understand. Listen, whether they understand or not, even if you just talk to them, talk to somebody. Don't hold it all in, because it'll keep you down, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's not fun. And today I have the quote. It says, "The road to success and the road to failure are almost the exact same." So, when you go wrong, Dixie. No, I'm just joking. Okay, that's just me being big.
Like I love Mighty Mango Tree Day.
Yeah. So, what the quote speaks for itself. It's, you got to fail to succeed. It's just, you got to keep try. Just work. If you feel better, keep going at it. There's small wins. I think that's the
1%
best
better
thing.
every day.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching and listening.
If you guys like today's episode, I hope you guys like today's episode, because I mean, we're really trying.
We
Yeah.
try not to cry.
Anyways, who tried crying? You want to cry?
No.
You can cry on my shoulder, bro.
No.
Come sit on my lap
No,
and tell
okay,
me all
that's enough.
about your problems.
No, it's okay.
No?
No.
If you guys want to see Sanjay sit on my lap, like, comment, subscribe, give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Follow
What
us on Instagram and TikTok.
Follow us on all our social media platforms. Our links will be down here in the description below. And we will see you for episode
7.
7. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
It's a wrap.